Summary of Day 2 of the Obama-Columbia trial. Day 2 started off with an alternate judge presiding over the case. Jan Johnson is one of Pastor Manning's loyal church followers, and she is also aspiring to run for governor of New York. Judge Ungar is reportedly returning for Sunday's hearing. Judge Johnson then instructed the jury not to discuss the case outside of the courtroom, and that they should remain to keep an open mind, not to make a decision or final determination as far as a verdict. Pastor Manning then stated that George Washington never had the powers that Barack Hussein Obama has. Manning then mentioned that Obama has an ability to manipulate the media and people, unlike any other politician today. This has given Obama even more power. Manning then suspiciously states that he would not be surprised if Obama sent a plant to infiltrate the jury to undermine this trial. 12 noon, the bailiff swears in the jury and alternate jurors. Then, Manning plays a video of Lieutenant Colonel Lakin on YouTube, explaining why he disobeyed his orders to go to Afghanistan. Manning and the judge note that the video is for information purposes only, and that it will not be submitted as evidence. The first witness, Linda Bentley, is sworn in. Bentley is an investigative reporter from Arizona, and she was a very impressive and convincing witness with her testimony on Obama's Selective Service card. Bentley, also a former private investigator, went into great detail on how Steve Hoffman, an immigration agent, obtained Obama's Selective Service records. Hoffman filed a request for his Selective Service records after he saw an interview with George Stephanopoulos back in September 2008. Obama stated during the interview that he filed for Selective Service after he graduated from high school. Bentley then noted that Obama graduated in 1979, and at that time there was no requirement to file a Selective Service card, since President Ford ended that requirement back in 1975. Bentley then stated that Hoffman noted that the filing date on Obama's Selective Service card was just 6 weeks prior to when he obtained the requested information. The filing date on the card was just 2 days after the Stephanopoulos interview. There were many dates mentioned, but this is what your reporter is stating that he heard. There was also an issue with the stamp on the document, since there was only a 2-digit number, year 80, rather than a 4-digit number, 1980. Bentley questioned whether the number was made 2 digits to give the appearance that it was filed in 80 rather than 08, or 1980 rather than 2008. Bentley then testified that all 8 hired 2 investigators, and they determined that Obama reportedly had over 30 different social security numbers that came up in the computer when his name was entered. Bentley then alleged that the number Obama is currently using is from a man that was born in 1890 in Connecticut. She then noted that Obama never lived in Connecticut, and that the first 3 digits of the social security number came back to that state rather than Hawaii. Bentley also mentioned that if you ran Obama's social security number in the computer, the results came up as Barack Obama, but the number did not belong to him. Pastor Manning then called one of his elders, Jeff Smith, to take the stand due to the fact that he is a postal worker for the past 25 years. Manning then asked him about the controversy over the 2-digit and 4-digit years. Smith testified that the post office always uses 4 digits when they stamp documents, and that he was unsure how Obama's Selective Service card had only a 2-digit year stamped on it. The plot thickens. Manning then played a video of Dr. Ron Polland for the court, where he showed in depth how the media targeted John McCain's possible ineligibility issues due to the fact that he was born in Panama. In many instances, the video showed how the media was biased against McCain and for Obama. It was also interesting to see that the attacks against anyone that questioned Obama's ineligibility were brutal, but no attacks or name-calling was used against anyone that questioned McCain's possible ineligibility. The video also claimed that factcheck.org was allegedly the instigator that started the name-calling, and this is unusual, since they are supposed to be non-biased. Manning then submitted into evidence a notarized letter from Dr. Parland, stating that his videos were true, and that he owned them. Cody Robert Judy was the final witness of the day. He was a candidate from the 2008 election that ran as a conservative. He filed a lawsuit against John McCain and the RNC because he questioned whether McCain was eligible to be president since he was born in Panama. His case was dismissed by the judge after McCain lost the election. Judy also stated that there was an attempt to change the requirement for presidents to be natural born back in 2000 when McCain was running for president. This did raise some suspicions. It was also stated that Obama's certificate of live birth was printed by a laser printer, but then stated that there were no laser printers back in 1961. The serial number was blacked out on the document as to hide the date that it was actually filed. Manning also stated that the certificate was altered, and it states on the document that any altering will make this document invalid. Pastor Manning said that there were more disturbances last night in front of the Atla Church by people in the community that are upset about the trial. There were police barriers in front of the church this morning, but there were no protesters. Steve Cooper. TheConservativeMonster.com